Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Body and mind remain together under a particular situation. When the prana shakti is active, then the body and the mind remains together. So the prana life force is like a glue which holds the stamp and envelope together. And if we have fixed the stamp on a wrong envelope, how do we fix the stamp? Buy it from the post. Then put it on our tongue, purify that, and then it is fixed on the envelope. So it is now fixed. And after that we come to know it was a wrong envelope. Now if you want to pull it forcibly, it will be torn away. So you will lose 25 rupees stamp. Then what we do? Envelope is hardly 5 paisa. So we take out the content from the envelope and put that envelope along with the stamp fixed in waters, Jala Samadhi. What is the result? The glue is dissolved and the hold of the stamp on the envelope is loosened. Then we simply peel it off without tearing the stamp. If this example is clear, exactly the same way. Mind and the body are held together by this prana. Am I not audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he's sitting far away. So, you play whatever you have to play. So our body and mind are together by the glue of this prana. Now what this prana does? See? So now we come to the next step. If there is a clear understanding, then we don't have to struggle to discover our divine nature. We keep on eating uncontrolled. And as a result, the food has two or three aspects. One part of the digested food goes in building the tissues of the body. Second part goes in providing energy to all the organs, all the functions. And that part of the food which is not wanted in the body, so it is thrown out of the body. Now what is thrown out of the body? Matter is solid, liquids and gaseous. So solids are thrown through the fecal material. Unwanted liquids are thrown through the urination and perspiration. And the metabolic toxins they keep on accumulating in our body, in our blood. then what happens? These metabolic toxins act as the stimulating agents to irritate the mind. And therefore, the mind is constantly agitated. It doesn't remain calm and quiet. So, solids and liquids will take care. You can just imagine, or maybe you might have experience, when there is constipation and you are unable to empty yourself, how uncomfortable feeling is there? See? Similarly, those who have got some problem, urination is arrested, that time also very uncomfortable. Similarly, these gaseous toxins which keep on accumulating in the bloodstream, what happens to them? When the blood becomes saturated by these toxins, two things happen. One, they act as a stimulant to the mind and the mind becomes agitated constantly. See? And the second is that these toxins get deposited in the joints where there are two bones coming together. And therefore, you all have experience, we all have experience, when we break our joints, cut sound comes. Nothing breaks. What is that? And when you break the joints, you feel relieved. So, in those joints, everywhere, these toxins keep on accumulating and they start acting on the heads of the bones, the synovial fluid. If there are cartilaginous dishes, on them these toxins start acting and then we get the problems of the joints. Therefore, in Ayurveda it is called as Sandhivat. Sandhi is joint. Vata is air. So all these toxins keep on accumulating here. And therefore, our attention should be very clear that yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. We must have a perfect balance in our life. Yukta ahara vihara. How much we eat. See? According to Yoga Shastra, whatever food you can eat, eat only half of it. Then, quarter is filled with water. So, 3/4 is fixed. And 1/4 is left empty for the ventilation. By this undigested or unwanted toxins do not accumulate in the body. Living in this awareness is living in meditation. See, meditation is not a military drill. We have to be aware 24/7. See, otherwise, like one of my friend, he took me once, Swamiji, I am taking these days only the salads. So there is a special shop. We go there, we have beautiful salad. We went, ate. After that, he said, how do you feel? I said, I feel I am a buffalo, eating only the salads. No, but it's not yet over. Now we will go to the ice cream parlor. And there he ate 1/2 kilogram of ice cream. So first grass and revenge. This kind of life is not spiritual life. See, we have to live in awareness. So first is regarding the food habits. Then the second thing is yukta ahara, then vihara. You must have seen there are people who get so much involved in this marathon run. Marathon for saving earth. Earth is laughing. Keep on running 25 miles. And then don't do that all acrobatics. It has nothing to do with the spiritual life. See, friends. I know one of my good friends. I used to stay with them. Every time I used to go, he used to tell Swamiji, this time we have gone to that mountain, this mountain, and whatever mountain is there. So hardly few people can reach there. So they gave a certificate. Mr. So-and-so reached the tip of this mountain on such and such day, photograph this thing and signature of somebody we do not know. And then that certificate he fixed in his garage. Everybody come because people here enter through garage. So through garage, yes, I don't know. At the age of 56, both knee replacement. What you have achieved in life? We have not to be physical. We become too physical in life. Yukta ahara vihara. Yes, it is necessary, but that should not become the only thing. This is where the yoga students do. See, I was in Kaivalyadham and I have seen there all kinds of horrible things. See, there is no meaning to that. Yukta ahara vihara. Then yukta cheshtasya karmasu. We must have clarity. Where do we get involved? There are many areas where we can get involved, but we have to remain clear. Is this what we are seeking in life or not? See? Otherwise, Ganga gaye to Ganga Das, Jamna gaye to Jamna Das, Ghar mein aaye to Dev Das. No. Therefore, go everywhere without any difficulty, no problem, but our foundation should be the Brahmanishtha. And for this, the technique is told by the great masters that dekho suno mat bolo. And when we do not comment, do not talk, do not discuss, mind remains as mind. This is what there is a new term, mindfulness. Mind is full of confusions, mindfulness. Empty the mind. And for that, when we have no comments to offer on anything that we hear or see, the mind remains as mind. It has not purgated the words. Calm and quiet. When this is consciously practiced, what happens is, seeing is happening, but because there are no comments, seer is not born. Hearing is happening, but because there are no comments, hearer is not born. So what is the experience now? Experience without experiencer. So meditation is living in this mode initially for little time, but that becomes our full-time involvement. Then we have no comments to offer, no nothing, remain calm and quiet, but not depressed, frustrated. No. Slowly, a meditation will be Before we talk to others, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? And do not talk to yourself. These two things, when they are consciously looked after, we are living in meditation 24/7. It is easy said than done. So instead of complaining, find out what could be the way. See? Because here now, for example, for next 1 minute, don't talk to yourself. Stop. What was going on in the mind? I think 1 minute is over, Swamiji. See? Now, instead of complaining, try this. I'll demonstrate comfortably. You simply observe. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Now, in this exercise, what is required to be observed, that no dissimilar thought enters. Same thought. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. No other thought. Then increase the stamina. So instead of 3 times, make it 4, 5, 6 like that. And slowly, slowly, we train our mind to remain oriented to only one. Then we will discover words are many, silence is one. So after this is practiced sufficiently, then now we go to the next stage. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. In this experiment, our now attention is shifted from the sounds to the silence. And the practice will be widen the silence between the two mantras. So, what was told earlier, do not talk to yourself, meaning remain silent, and when you are silent, mind is not throwing the words out of it. And the mind is not sleeping also. Now you can distinctly observe that we can chant the Lord's name so subtle that we as if are diving deep in our own being. And in that dive, we disappear. Like a salt doll wanted to know the depth of the ocean and she jumped. Will she ever come out? Exactly the same way. The I who is doing meditation, who is struggling, when slowly he gives up all struggle, prayatna shaithilya, this I will dissolve. Without going to sleep. I dissolves in both the places. Sleep as well as in your own being. But the I that dissolves in the sleep again is sprouting out and the samsara begins. But when this I dissolves in one's own essential self, thereafter there is no change. World is the same, everything is the same. But now what has changed is our way of dealing with the world has changed. Earlier everything used to disturb us, now nothing disturbs. Like the vision is not disturbed by color and form. Now what are the efforts the vision has to do? Not to get disturbed by color and form. That effortlessness is the sign of abiding in the truth. Effortlessness means what? We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Just be yourself. कोई निंदो कोई वंदो कोई कैसे कहो रे राम सांगे प्रीत बांधी होत जैसे होत रे. We are at peace within and dynamic without. Like the space. Space is at peace, but supports all the turmoils in the world, but doesn't get disturbed. In the same manner, when we start living in meditation, there is nothing special. Half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. No. It is unbroken experience. And the sign of this unbroken experience is effortlessness and therefore spontaneity. Two things. How much time it takes when we open our eyes to see everything spontaneously. When eyes are closed, nothing is seen. Absolute darkness. The moment we open the eyes, instantaneously everything is seen. That spontaneity becomes the insignia of our life. Now, to come to this depth of our being, this is the technique told by all the great masters. First of all, control your tongue. Unwanted gossip about knowing this thing, that thing, who has come, who has gone, no need. Therefore, before we talk to somebody, ask a question to yourself, is it necessary to talk? One day you will come to discover distinctly that there is no need to talk. But the old habits will not go. Like when the vomit comes, you can't stop. Boli do. See. So for that, what is to be done? For that, this is the technique. Like, when I move around, there is a mala in my pocket. And the same thing, Swamiji, who is your guru? Why did you become Babaji? Before you came on this line, what you were doing? When did you leave this line, earlier line, and you came to this new line? Then I give reply to the same language. Since I stopped line marna, is line par aa gaya. Is it unnecessary to know? There is no need. What is worthy of knowing is our own being. And therefore, when I travel, people say, Swamiji, where are you from? So I take out the mala, like a pistol, and tell, my guru told me that whenever you travel, you should chant the Lord's name till your journey is over. Therefore, I am sorry, I will not talk, okay? But he has that thing he has to stop. And keep on talking. So talking may be in his mouth, but hearing is in our ears. Let him talk. And if you start hearing, then you will respond. No. Keep on hearing without hearing. As you listen to Satsang, listen to the word. See, friends, slowly our old habit of reacting will die away. And then we will be at peace with ourselves first. Unless we are at peace with ourselves, we cannot be at peace with the world. And in that peaceful experience, we discover many secrets of life. they say, I do not know, whenever Einstein used to get locked up in some kind of his research, he used to go in his basement, and in that basement there is to be nothing except his chair, or some say not even a chair, he used to sit on the floor, calm and quiet. And there he used to get the solutions of those problems which were bugging him. In short, mind at peace is the source of all wisdom. And this can be achieved not mechanically, but by wisdom. But what normally people do, they do mechanically. What is mechanical thing? Either they tie down a bandage on their mouth, or they move with a paper in their hand. Maharaj, what is your name? I am telling you my experience about this. This happened in Haridwar many years before. I was going with my friend in a rickshaw, man-pulled rickshaw. So he says, Swamiji, in this ashram there is a great Mahatma. Should we go and take darshan? I said, come, we'll go, no problem. So we went. And there was a secretary. Corporator have secretary. So the secretary told, why you have come here? We have come to take darshan of Maharaj. No, he is not available. He is in Mauna. Come later, not now. When? I don't know. They can't talk loving because there is a saying where it is said, horse and the saddle. When the horse jumps, the saddle jumps at a higher level. More than the Mahatma, the secretaries jump more. You cannot talk to Mahatma like that. So we went. Then after a few moments he came. Hey, come here. I said, what for? Maharaj has called you. I said, but you told him he is in Maunam, how can he call? Don't argue. I said, sorry. You can go. So when I was going with my friend, not him, only you go. I told him, happy time for you, I am going for a sacrifice. And I went inside. On a huge Singhasan, one elephant was sitting. And for me, I am a plastic brand, so plastic chair was sitting there. So I sat there. Then he took out, he had a copy pen with him, sitting next to him, near to him. I read it. Oh, what is your name? Garbadananda. Then again, second question. Where do you stay? In Haridwar. So I told something. But where are you from? Where is your ashram? I had to say something. Vrindavan. Third time when I wrote, I remembered, come on yaar, I can talk. Why I am not talking? And then I laughed. He also laughed. I said, Maharaj, I am sorry, I forgot that I can talk, therefore I was writing back. So he also laughed. Then I asked him, Maharaj, laughing is allowed in Maunam? See, Gira Maunam hi Balanam, Upanishad says. See, Mauna is the discipline of the mind, not the speech. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. Bhagavad Gita tells. Mauna is the discipline of the mind. Discipline of the speech, anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat. Talk in such a manner that it does not create disturbance in the listener's mind. Anudvega karam vakyam. But normally we follow this stupid thing. All the time moving with a paper and pen, and you don't do that. When there is a need, you talk. When there is no need, don't talk. By this, what will happen? We are working on the mind, not only to control the mind, but transcend the mind. See, controlling the mind is a lower state. So, I feel like giving him one strong, but no, I am controlling the mind. So you suffer. But when the mind stops reacting in life, then we are living in meditation. See? Therefore, this chanting Lord's name is not for pleasing God. He is already happy. It is working on our own mind. All the spiritual practices work on your mind. If we can mind our mind, we have learnt everything on spiritual life. See? So, different techniques you can evolve yourself. Like examples I'll give you. Like you chant first in the Vaikhari Vani. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then chant the same in your mind. How can I show you? But I chant slowly. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then go still silent, still deeper in yourself. Now to go into the depth of your being, one of the techniques used by these Buddhists is that they have that bowl and they have the wooden rod and they do tan. Then follow the depth of the sound. Tan. It is like the ice cube put in the waters. Slowly, slowly it will start dissolving without making any noise. And it merges fully one with the ice, one with the water. But if you put a stone, it will not merge with the water. Because ice is nothing but water. The water with shape is ice. Ice without shape is water. Mind with shape is words. Words without shape is mind. Shapes are many. Forms are many. Formless is one. There are no efforts. You are not forcing yourself anywhere. Many times in meditation they say, now focus your attention on the Bhrumadhya and then you do. And after that, you get anything or not, doesn't matter. Headache you definitely get. Don't do those abnormal acrobatics. And this can happen only if we are clear. We do not want to prove anything to anybody in this world. Don't forget, we are studying Avadhoot Gita. We don't want to prove anything to anybody. If I am a grahastha, I should behave in a proper manner. If I am a brahmachari, I should behave in a proper manner. If I am a vanaprastha, if I am a sannyasi, for the Avadhuta, none of them. Because Avadhuta doesn't want to prove anything to anybody. So what we have attempted, first we chanted the Lord's name. Then we were consciously aware that no dissimilar thought should come in between the two mantras. When you are chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. One Om Namah Shivaya, the water has become ice, Om Namah Shivaya. Then silence. So the ice Om Namah Shivaya dissolved in the mind, the waters. Then another Om Namah Shivaya, ice has come out of the waters of the mind in the form of the words, followed by silence. So the word ice dissolves back in the water mind. And this we should distinctly, clearly able to establish in our experience. And this is not only when you are sitting on the seat, but this can be practiced in and through all the activities of our day-to-day life. And for that, the technique we told, Dekho suno mat bolo. No need to comment. Mind is at peace. See? Like a greedy person thinks only about money. See? Exactly the same way, a seeker drops the habit of thinking. We don't have to become divine, we don't have to get reality, we have to discover. So like sounds or words are covering the mind. See? Like the waves are covering the ocean. Do we have to remove the waves to know that it is the ocean? The ocean is covering the waters. Do we have to dry the ocean to know it is water? We don't have to do anything. Discover. And what are the covers? Wrong notions. Wrong notion is, I want to become divine. I'm sorry, you cannot become divine. A husband cannot become a man because he's already a man. He doesn't have to become. Being is man, becoming is husband. Being is natural state, becoming is unnatural. When we are natural, we are effortless. When we are unnatural, we have to struggle. Like when our lungs and throat is clear, we even don't think whether we are breathing or not. It is happening effortlessly. But if there is something wrong with our respiratory system, then we have to put effort, struggle. Therefore, what is real meditation? Prayatna Shaithilya Ananda Samapatibhyam. Let the divinity that we are express through us. Like, let the space which was hidden behind the contents in the suitcase, remove some contents, space is already there. Same way. Remove the contents, the desire, anger, sense of otherness, I want this, I want that. Remove all of them, divinity will express. And this can happen only through wisdom, not mechanically. See? That day when you will discover the following principle, God's grace is showering on us. What is that? Is our life lived for fulfillment of desires or for time pass? If the life is lived for fulfillment of desires, you are a samsari. If life is lived so that we are not burdened on anybody and we keep ourselves occupied so that we remain healthy, and therefore whatever the wise men do, they do not do to achieve anything in life. It's only for time pass. What Bhagavan Shankaracharya has to achieve in his life? What Sant Dhaneshwar Maharaj has to achieve in his life? See? This fulfillment in life has to be discovered. It cannot be created because there are efforts. So lesser the efforts, nearer we are to the divine. And never imagine every time it will be the same experience. No. McDonald's may be the same, but you who is eating that stuff is different every time. When you are hungry, that time it tastes better. When you are not hungry, somebody, come on, let's have something. I don't feel like eating. No, let's have something, please. Then you are doing, आज मजा नहीं आया, because you are not the same. You have changed. Therefore, when we are leading our life, spiritual life, don't imagine the same experience, the same meditation is repeated. No. Every meditation is unique. Like so many waves come on the sea. We have seen yesterday and even yesterday. So many waves come. Are all the waves same? Every wave is unique. And the wave goes back to the ocean, the same wave doesn't come out. In the same manner, yesterday I slept, the wave has gone to the Karan Sharir. Then I wake up, new wave has come. Then that wave was dancing, fighting, shouting. Then again, when we sleep, the wave has gone back to the ocean, the totality. Again, next day we get up, another wave comes. And therefore, we have to recognize this. Do not join the waves to create a personality out of us. Because what is a personality? Summation of the total past. You read any autobiography, I was born there, then I was a child, then I was going here, then I studied, and then halfway I left and I went to Himalayas, and there I came across a great yogi, and he called me and he took me to his kutia, and then I stayed there, served him for 20 years, holding on to your body. See, friends, real meditation is living 100% in the present. Whole Bhagavad Gita tells only this much. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. You are living in meditation. So in Satsang, we are fully awake and listen without reacting. You know how Satsanga is attended? It is like how a monkey eats the nuts. He will keep on putting in. He has no time to chew because so many things and I have to finish and keep it. So you will see every monkey has got a pouches here and there, They keep on accumulating the food. Thereafter, they go and sit on a tree, a secluded branch, where nobody comes and disturbs them, and then he takes one peanut and chews it. When it is fully masticated, he will swallow it. Then take out the second one. This is how Satsanga is heard. While we are in Satsanga, like a monkey, keep on accumulating everything. At that time, don't react. Thereafter, when you are by yourself, go on the tree, sit there, and then take out one peanut. See, देखो सुनो मत बोलो. What exactly it means? So when I don't talk, means what? I do not give any status of reality to that particular thing. Do we talk on the specific gravity of the mirage waters? No. Why? It doesn't exist here, it only appears. Exactly the same way. When we talk about this world, we are giving a status of reality to that. And when we give reality status to something in this world, we will try to improve, we'll try to help, we'll try to change. Then आए थे हरि भजन को ओटन लगे कपास. We step on the spiritual path and end up in the social worker. And who is the social worker? He or she who wants to impose his views, his ideas on the society. See, I'll tell you one example before I conclude. Once I was in the train many years before, and one person was smoking. So I was sitting quiet, looking the other side, and some other people, they were telling him, you are shameless, you are doing this thing, here Maharaj is sitting and you are smoking, don't you feel ashamed and shy and all that thing. Then Swamiji, Maharaj ji, aap bataiye, you tell him something. I said, look here, I have no business to tell him what he should do. If he wants to smoke, that is his cigarette, his mouth, his thing. Who am I to ask him what he should do or he should not do? If you will not tell, then who will tell? I say, you tell. I don't know to tell. But are you not disturbed? I said, that depends. If he will ask me to smoke, or if I ask him to give me also cigarette and he doesn't give, then I will be disturbed. Normally, what is spiritual, this social work? Imposition of our views on others. If I am a vegetarian, I will keep on talking ill about the non-vegetarians. Social service. If I am a teetotaler, I will talk about bad things about the liquor. See, friends, and this happens only because we have given a status of reality to that. This world has been like this only. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita says, Asanga shastrena drudena chitva. Don't get involved in anything with anybody on any issue. Live 100% every moment. That's it. Be attentive. When we are 100%, the mind's movement stops. Wherever there is a movement, there is a samsara. The definition of samsara is samsarati iti samsaraha. Constant changing phenomena is samsara. And when we do not comment, etc., the movement of the mind stops. And what is the movement of the mind? Past or future. In the utter present, mind dissolves in pure consciousness. it cannot be like this or like that. But just to make some kind of reference, when we are inside a small room and then we go near the sea, everything, rooms, windows, curtains, furniture, everything gone. And you stand in front of the open sea. Aha, we expand and merge in the infinite. That experience of being infinite, one without a second, is the fulfillment in life. With this understanding, living day to day is living in meditation. Not suffering, half an hour meditation and then scolding others. See, when we are doing meditation, why you are making noise? You are making sabji dal and the smell was coming and we are thinking, is this a onion meditation? See, we have to remain in this poise 24/7. Give it a try. It's not impossible. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.